Hello and welcome to Move the Line Prop Drop Show, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm Ryan Noonan, back with my friends Connor Rao and John Hyslop to talk about the best way and the most profitable way to bet on NFL football, and that is through player props. We are in Week 11. Holy crap, we're in Week 11. Thanksgiving sneaking up on us. We will continue to be live here, 3 p.m. Eastern, every Friday on the 4for4 Bets YouTube channel. You can also find us in podcast form on Move the Line, wherever you listen to podcasts. If you're hanging out with us now on YouTube, jump in the chat. Contribute to the $1 Million Parlay this week. Let us know what your favorite look is. You want our thoughts on the play, anything like that. We will get to as many as possible throughout the show. Joining me here, as always, Connor Allen. What's up, my friend?
Yeah, not a whole lot. Going out to Wisconsin this weekend for the Wisconsin-Oregon game. So that should be fun. Slop, if you got any plays for that game, definitely hit my line. Trying to get as much action down as possible. Over? Okay.
Yeah, just go over.
Cool. Yeah, I bet on some guy named Terrence Ferguson. I bet his over.
Over.
Yeah, only overs. For as much as I love to bet unders and everything, I do not bet unders when I go to a game in person.
No, that's okay. It's a system I have. It never fails. If you go to the game, just bet the over.
Yep.
Like it doesn't always win, but when you factor in all the fun you had, you're pretty much even.
Oh, it's totally worth it. Yeah, there's nothing worse than rooting for unders in person.
Oh, what an asshole! You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Miserable.
Yeah. Actually, Slop,
you did last weekend.
I did last weekend because I was at the Pats Bears game with Kendrick Bourne, but the guy didn't even play. He did not play a single snap. That's what made it even worse. I was cheering just for him to not play, and then I realized I'm like, this guy's still on the sidelines. Like, what are we doing? We got to get him in there. Didn't play a single snap, Slop. I was pissed.
Just one snap's all I had to play, right?
Yep. Brutal.
Thank you. Sorry, I drank all my water already. We're literally 2 minutes into the show, and I already drank all my water. So
you're toast.
Luckily, no, I have kids, Connor. All right, I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So there's 3 of them. I just text all 3 of them and just see which one comes up here first.
And they're your favorite kid?
Well, no, I have three cups of water coming now.
Oh,
yeah,
smart. Yeah,
guys. I've been playing this game a while. You know what I mean? That move.
This is chess, not checkers. There. So,
oh yeah. Thank you.
What's going on with you, Slop? How are things?
Man, just living the dream. Had a great night of bowling last night. Zach Ertz cashed on the final drive. There's 20 seconds left. The guy catches his 5th ball. I mean, the whole thing was just
what a king.
It was great. Yeah, but I mean, on a bowling night, because you're there, you're watching it. The guy only caught 1 ball in the first half. People are starting to talk shit to you a little bit. And I'm just sitting there smiling, waiting. I'm like, dude, he's a second half guy. Just wait. And sure enough, dude, they fall behind and come to daddy. Who do they call when they need something? It's Zach Ertz. And sure enough, I think he caught 6 balls. So, I mean, I was a little bit soft. I only took 5.
That's fair. I mean, sometimes you bet first half lines. That's the thing. Some people want to get on your tail.
Yeah.
I mean, no, most of them are actually full game lines. Just because they always cash in the first half doesn't mean that we don't get to cash in the second half as well.
100%.
That hurts 1,000% second half guy.
The other system I have is if it's a bowling night, you never, ever, or any night where you're going out to watch games, you never do the first half lines because then what are you supposed to watch for the whole second half?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I got a rule where after I'm starting to drink and I don't bet. You know what I'm saying? I already make sure I lay my bets out first. I make sure my whole night's covered. I got action already. So what happens is you cash a bet in the first half, and then you know what you do? You fire up your phone, and now you've got way more action in the second half. You know what I mean? So no. You make sure you have a full game bet, which I did last night. It was amazing. It was amazing.
You need to get pen. You need pen to paper here. I need Gambling Manifesto 2.0. Like the old Bill Simmons. Betting manifesto. We need something from you. There seems
I might write a book.
Yeah, there's some rules. It sounds like.
Yeah, I mean it'll probably be in crayon, but but still, it'll be a book.
Kids might contribute to that as well. So
yeah, maybe they can help me with that.
Why not? That's why you got 3 of them. So
bestseller.
Everyone needs to take advantage of the slop deal that we're running through Rebet. If you're a first-time listener, you missed out. Reach out if you have any questions. Rebet is a new sweepstakes app, essentially a sports book. It has a prop builder betting angle to it as well. Lots of different ways to get down there. Download Rebet. Use promo code HighSlop. You're going to get a free month to Slop's Dub Club. Cash all these winners you could be sweating at Earth's play with them last night. You'll also get a free month, 2 4 for 4. Get the betting sub, access to everything that we do, all of our official plays, all that stuff as well. Rebet is the best way to do that right now. Download the app. Use promo code HighSlop. Again, like it's an insane deal for just $10. No other costs to get you into all the things that we do there, and just to check it out for a month. Great way to do it. Get dip your toes in there. Come bet NBA with us as well. All the other stuff that we have going on. Slop grinding everything and crushing. So getting that club for a month.
If you don't mind, Ryan, I got to be honest with you, dude. Rebet is actually pretty awesome. There's one, so that's good. All right, 2. I have no idea how we could ever even offer this. It's like the dumbest thing on our part because like it's everything's for them. We get nothing, but we're fine with that. That's 2. And 3, the SGPs that they let you do carries with yards. Like, so last night, Saquon, it was like 17 carries and 80 yards. You could throw in your little parlay, knock down another one, had Ertz in it too. So it's like plus 175. I mean, I know like we get docked with correlation, but that type of correlation, dock me all day. I don't care. That's not 2 legs, dude. That's literally 1 leg. Like no book lets you do that. Like nobody, like a moron would not let you do that. But somehow, no offense, Rebet. I'm not saying you're morons, but like, they like us, I guess. But they let you do that, so you could legitimately have carries and yards for like 4 different backs that you like, and just run them all together. That's basically a 4-legger. That's not, and it's 8 legs. So that's another reason to get Rebet.
Sold.
Love it.
I mean, I don't know what else to tell people. Like $10, you buy Rebet Cash, which is a 1-for-1 exchange for actual USD. Use it to do a 8/4 leg running back parlay, and you'll cash that, and then you'll also have access to 4 for 4 and Slop's Dub Club for a month. I mean, I don't know what we're doing here, people. It's 46 states as well. So
and if you're in a prison state, you can still do this. Like it's just a win. Everybody wins. Like literally, like you can't lose.
Yeah.
So
it's like unfortunately our friends in like Montana, Nevada, like it's just a couple out west. Michigan is weird.
It happens
rules with these sweepstakes.
I'm thinking about moving to a prison state and just betting that Rebet. I'm not going to do that, but I could if I wanted to. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean you're pretty close to New Hampshire. Essentially, is a prison state. They have DraftKings, but only DraftKings.
Which is, I have no idea how that worked out, but whatever.
Basically prison.
Yeah, basically prison. Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. Trying to get my crew, get a lot of people up there and trying to get them all on the Rebet deal here. So hopefully we can get that going for them too. So anyway, let's jump into our week 11 games. Again, we have no stale bread, live lines, things for you to bet right now. Floor goes to Connor first. I'm interested to see what's going on here. There's been a good amount of like over discussion today. He's talking about guys that I'm like, Connor, are you talking about overs? And he's like, oh no, wait, I should bet the under on the other angle of this. And it's like, oh geez, what's gonna happen today? So let's see what we got here. Floors to Connor. I know Slop, kind of tunes out here, so I feel like I gotta tune in if it's an under.
So today we got 2 overs. I was talking about a lot of overs. I did play an under angle that I was like gonna play the over on the other angle. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but I'm gonna go with Jameson Williams over 41.5 receiving yards. Dan Campbell last week, 2 weeks ago, was like, we're just going to throw him right back in. He's been at all the meetings. We don't care about any of the stuff that's going on off the field. 80% route rate on dropbacks, over a 20% target share. Now matching with the Jaguars. Lions likely without Sam Laporta, who didn't practice. There's only 41.5 receiving yards on FanDuel right now. It's like 45 everywhere else. I'm surprised. Like Laporta's not going to play. Even if he did play, like Jameson kind of pushed him down. 53 yards in 5 of 7 games. In the games, he has above an 80% snap rate. 121, 79, and 80 receiving yards. Top of this, Jags, dead last in EPA per play against the pass, 28th in success rate, and they play a lot of man coverage. Against man coverage, Jameson Williams, 4.3 yards per route run against man. They've been kind of like, oscillating between man and low man. If they don't play man, it doesn't matter. He's going to see plenty of targets. If they do play man, he's going to cook them deep for a long one. So like over 41. like the alts. Only concern is volume in this game. That is the only concern, is that the Lions just get up by way too much, and for some reason Jameson didn't get his, and then volume is a concern. If the game's even remotely close, I think this could legit be a first half line. This could be like a get there in the first half and then just sit on it. Alts, we might probably need a long one for the alts, but again, the matchup dictates that. So I like it.
Could be a one catch line. Slop, did not lose your attention there, buddy. You kicked us off with our.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I got thoughts. It is a first half line, Connor. Definitely. Because if he does not get it in the first half, he's probably not going to get it. I think the Lions just kicked the crap out of the Jaguars, like really bad. But that would get me off of it, except for the fact that it's probably going to be Jameson Williams doing the kicking. You know what I mean? So we're all set. This is going to be literally, I'd say first quarter, possibly first drive, maybe in first play.
I mean, look, the reality is this is the NFL. And while the Jags have some question marks, especially with Mac Jones under center, how often are you seeing it, like an NFL team not roll out their main guys for like at least 3 quarters? Again, like a lot of times you think we've had so many times this year where we've had these double-digit favorites and they actually lose straight up on the money line. So like, I don't think that's happening here. And I actually think as a complete donkey play, which is just this is really bad, irresponsible advice. You just, anything that you don't like pricing wise this week, you're like, oh, I'll say minus 140. Just add the Lions money line to it, and it's like minus 120. Again, really, really bad, unsound betting advice for sure. But again,
it'll work.
Let's be honest. Do we think Jacksonville is going into Detroit with Mac Jones to win? I just don't think so. So I've done it more than a few times this week. I don't feel great about it, but like I feel, just putting that out there for the show. But yeah, I mean, like you're going to get 3 quarters of JMO. They're not going to just run the football all second half. Like they're still going to try to sustain drives, move the football. He breaks tackles. Their secondary is a disaster. So I love it. Absolutely love it. I want to get into 3.5 receptions.
Jacksonville's run defense, I don't think is that bad. Like they're not good, but
they're middle of the pack.
They're not that bad. They're not like they're not a 5-yard per carry. You know what I'm trying to say? I think they're 11th in the NFL in yards per attempt. I know that's not the greatest stat you can use for rushing, but I mean, it says something. You know what I mean? They're not that bad. So that's another angle.
Yep. Yeah, I don't hate it at all. I'm trying to get him. I want to see if we can get him up to 3.5 receptions, because then it brings the uncorrelated into play. Because right now FanDuel has him at 2.5. Just feels thin with the volume he could get, even in the first half. So yeah, like it. I like it, Connor. Just that's a way to soften Slop up for the rest of the show. Just start with Jameson Williams. Dude, it's just now we're lubed up and ready to go. All right, Slop, what do you got, buddy?
All right, so I'm gonna go back to my roots. I'm gonna go back to the quarterback touchdown passes. I stopped doing it because it's too easy. I mean, it just is. But for the sake of this, I had a rough week last week. Let me grab a couple bucks back. We're gonna go Josh Allen 2+ touchdown passes. That's plus 108 at FanDuel right now as we speak. Looking across the board, Caesars has minus 104. ESPN's at minus 115. Pinnacle's at plus 104. Bet Online plus 102. Those are all going to close at like minus 115 or so. There's no chance this is still going to be around come Sunday. But the Chiefs, they're good. Don't get me wrong, they are. They haven't lost. There's all that. But the thing is, you can't run on them. And that sounds bad, but here's the thing. You can throw on them, all right? Like everyone does. Literally everybody throws on them. If you're going to score on them, you're going to have to throw the ball. But guess what? Guys throw 2 touchdowns against them all the time. Bo Nix just threw 2 TDs against them last week. Bo Nix, all right? The week before that, Baker Mayfield, he's good. The week before that, Gardner Minshew, okay? I could keep going, but I'm not going to because I respect the people of Kansas City. That I'm not going to kick them on their down. But come on, guys. Like the idea that he's not throwing 2 touchdown passes in a game like this, for one, I think they're favored, which is crazy.
They are.
So somebody knows something. If they score twice, it's going to be on two Josh Allen touchdown passes. No doubt about it. That's as easy as it gets. If you want, you could go 3+ just for the vibes. I think he does get that. But if you want to guarantee yourself a win, just the 2.
I don't hate it. Josh Allen doing good things this week. You could sell me on. You could sell me on Josh Allen 2 rushing touchdowns. To be honest,
That's the only thing I'm scared of.
Is probably hot.
I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah.
So I did play James Cook rushing under early in the week. That was like one of my first plays, kind of for the same reason. I mean, this Kansas City run defense is awesome. I think that Buffalo is probably gonna have to pass. And so yeah, the passing touchdowns makes a lot of sense. I think that you can easily cook up 2+ passing touchdowns here. The only risk in my mind is like he runs into. That's literally it. Like, but I don't know. I mean, I think they're gonna pass more, so we'll see.
Yeah.
You want one more thing? Just a little side little banger. Dawson Knox catching one of them.
Ooh,
no doubt.
Patrick in the chat said I'd add Knox over 29.5 2 versus Kansas City tight end pass funnel.
Yeah, you've been all over tight ends against.
Kind of here, even though he talks a lot of shit to me. We are here.
You've been a big tight end versus the Chiefs guy all year.
Yeah, I've been a tight end guy period since middle school. But it's that's the way you move the ball against them. I don't. Is the other kid gonna play? Who's the other tight end?
He's out.
Kincaid, yeah. It's Dawson Knox. I mean, this is just getting easier and easier, guys. It's like child's play.
You can parlay all this stuff on rebet.
Yeah, it's all coming in. It's all good. Give it time. Give it time. We got one more each probably, and then we're just gonna get nuts. I bet.
You get wild.
Probably.
All right. Connor, do you want to talk Profit X real quick for the folks before I fire up my first bet here? We're pretty stoked about Profit X. It's been around for a little while, but it's come back through the new loophole similar to Rebet with sweepstakes. Profit X is essentially like, I don't know, it's kind of the future. This is like we're talking about a sports exchange where these are really big in Europe, but it's essentially a peer-to-peer betting versus the house. So basically, touched on it last week real quick too. Like losers pay winners. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this, and we do have some props up there. I don't know how early we're going to see props every week and how extensive the menu is going to be, but Connor, talk to the folks about Profit X.
Yeah, just real quick, the Jameson prop I think is up at 43. But the juice on these, there's always like nothing. It's like they're dealing like on sides and totals like -103, -102, like. So if you're interested in maximizing your long-term money, I think it's a great spot. And the fact that they have props is pretty cool. So yeah, it's like no limits really. The only limit is just liquidity. So as long as you have someone taking the other side of your action, then you're good to go. So it's a cool, fun new platform. I mean, they've been around for a while, but obviously now in 40+ states. So definitely would recommend checking it out if you're into props. I know I'm going to use it more and more, especially in island games where there's like a ton of action going back and forth.
Yeah, same. I mean, you've been sides of totals. You're going to save yourself a ton of money. Just having, again, liquidity going to be probably less of an issue sides of total wise for someone to take the other side. So yeah, definitely check it out. If you have questions, let us know. Use promo code BetSpurts when you sign up. They have a deal with Profit Cash and how you can use that playthrough for the first 30 days or so. So again, new users, check it out. Another thing similar, shockingly available in 40+ states. And all of a sudden, instead of Profit just being in New Jersey, which is I think kind of what they were stuck at for a little while, they've find the avenue to operate in a bunch more. So pretty stoked about that. We'll definitely be using that moving forward, especially for totals and, money lines and stuff like that. Just significantly better prices straight up because you're not paying the standard VIG. All right. Let's see. First play for me. This is, I'm riding the coattails. I did not get the notification that our guy, Monotone Stu, had fired on this early this morning because I had been sitting on this for the show, but I love it too. And Stu's really sharp. So when Stu and I have a mind meld, I feel pretty good about things because Stu doesn't miss very often. He's been crushing this year. I'm going to go to the well with Cedric Tillman over 54.5 receiving yards. I was thinking about doing longest because I think longest is pretty viable as well. Like 20.5. But the more I looked at it, the volume is like so solid for him. So I'm doing just raw receiving yards here. 32 targets in the past 3 games. We've seen a gradual increase in the snap share. 98% of the snaps. Cleveland's last game has caught at least 75 yards in all 3 of those games as well. And we know Saints have kind of, cluster injuries / trading Marcus Lattimore in the back half of the secondary. They've allowed the 4th highest rate of explosive pass plays in the league this season, nearly 18%. So again, why I think you can go on the longest as well. But yeah, 54.5 for a guy just out there. It's a revenge spot for JMO or for our guy Winston in New Orleans, one of the teams he played for. So I'll look for him to push the ball aggressively down the field to Tillman, who's eating. So, Slop, any thoughts here?
Yeah, that was definitely one of my moves. Yeah, that Tillman, I mean, he's done this in each of the last 3 weeks, I think. Like he's actually good. Like he's not one of those guys that gets to play because of injury, and then you watch him like he beats up on some bum team, and then all of a sudden he stinks at. Like he's actually good. So the only thing I don't love is that the Saints' run defense is so bad. Like so, there is a chance Nick Chubb just hogs all the yards, but not with Jameis. Like he's gonna do something, and it's probably Tillman.
I've been looking since he's been in. They've had a significantly higher pass rate over expectation than they did early in the season. So they're letting him cook a little bit here too. So yeah, I'm with you on the Chubb stuff though for sure. Plenty of pathways to bet Chubb, I think, still on the board. So yeah, I like this quite a bit. Kind of a rogue number at FanDuel as well, 54.5. Whereas, I think Stu's actually may have moved it in a few other places, but they kind of do. They kind of do their own thing. Yeah, and Patrick in the chat, Chubb's rushing prop opened at 55.5. I put that in our chat. Bet it myself, and then we're waiting for more books to get involved. And by the time they did, we were kind of cooked out a little bit. And it's a great look. Chubb should crush. So, all right, Connor, what do you got? What's next for you, buddy?
Yeah, we're gonna go with prop number 2 for me today. Another over ? I'm gonna go with Taysom Hill over 18 receiving yards, which sounds pretty gross, but coming off a season high 63% route rate, has worked in Moore's pass catcher each of the past 3 weeks. I mean, they have literally no one. Like they have no one to throw to. Olave out, Shaheed out. Kamara's in the backfield. I mean, MVS led them in receiving last week. I mean, that's how you know you're down bad. But if you look at his production too, 36, 41, and 21 yards on 38, 47, and 63% routes run. He's a 20% target per run rate this season, and he has a 16% or 17% league leading first read target share on the team since Olave went down, which is hilarious. But I mean, again, we're getting the prop at 18 yards. So even if for some reason he sees 2-3 targets, which again, he only saw 2 last week, he still got 36 yards. So again, I think he sees 3-4 targets in this spot, probably comfortably gets over, the prop at 18. So normally not a play I make. It's kind of like a gross over instead of a gross, low under. But I mean, they love Taysom Hill. He's one of the only semi-competent players that they have left. So they got to use him.
Yeah. I didn't know when you put it out there too. I thought rushing might be in play. He's going to be involved because it's so messy out there.
It's been weird. They've only used him 4 and 5 carries the past 2 weeks, even without Jamal Williams, even without Kendra Miller that Dennis Allen just sent to the shadow realm on IR for no reason. Apparently wasn't even injured, which Kendra would be crushing right now if he was active. So
Kamara over 4.5 receptions might have been one of the spots where I use the Lions money line to get that down to a minus 125 or something that's a little bit more palatable. But I don't hate it. Slop, any thoughts on Taysom?
I'm not going to do that, but I do respect you for doing that. I do. I respect that call a lot.
The first read stuff's crazy.
That's my type of bet. You know what I mean? That would be all right. If I was doing that, that would be in an SGP. Does that make sense in that game? That's definitely a throw-in leg for me there. Doing that straight, it could make you sick. You know what I mean? Because you just don't know how they're gonna deploy this dude, and he could have 100 yards receiving, dude. That could happen. He could also have 90 yards rushing. He could throw. You know what I mean? This guy's all over the map.
Do you remember the guy on Penn State 3 or 4 weeks ago? Tyler Warren. He's wears number 44. He had 240 yards.
Yeah, 1,000 yards receiving. Yeah,
literally in one single game, he snapped the ball and then ran 40 yards downfield and caught it. Which he snapped it from the furthest left part of the line. It was one of the craziest plays ever. That's gonna be Taysom Hill this week. He's snap the ball and catch a 40-yard touchdown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's a That's a great call. The idea of sitting down with a Taysom Hill ticket, man, that is a ballsy move. That's 2 overs for you. You got a Jameis one and you got a Taysom. I mean, you are cooking.
Oh, I'm rolling right now. I'm feeling good. I mean, we're gonna get after it this weekend.
Yeah, I might want to come hang out with you on Sunday. Like now you're fun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that's fun. This is fun so far.
He's still sweating all the unders. I promise you.
Yeah, he's got a pocket full of unders in his back pocket. He's not telling anybody about.
The only overs I play all week are on this show, basically. Like I play like maybe one other over. I'm like literally, I don't play any other overs. I think I have 5 other unders right now that I've released, including the. Well, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it when we get the alt section because I think we can weave that in. So
yeah. All right, Slab. What else you got, bud?
I mean, we just talked about this, but in my defense, Tillman was taken. Nobody wants to hear Dawson Knox 2 touchdowns, 2+ touchdowns plus 2,500. That's something else. What was the other one I had? Oh, the Dawson Knox 30+ receiving yards. Patrick is on that. All right, I think I had the same 40 at FanDuel, so you could do 40. But again, we already talked about that. And then now Chubb. So Chubb 80+ at FanDuel, is plus 200. That to me is that's crazy. I mean, he got game scripted out of the Chargers one, and their defense was better than I thought they were. Like I was wrong there.
Yep.
Well, I am not wrong about New Orleans pass or run defense. They're awful. Like they are as bad as it gets. I think they're second worst in the NFL in yards per attempt by opposing run. I mean, they're just not good. Bijan just tore them up last week, and there was still meat on the bone for Cousins in that same game. So, I mean, I don't know. I think Chubb, no matter what happens with Jameis, I think Chubb could easily. You know what I'll say? Chubb could go for 100. This might be Chubb's first 100-yard game since he's back. It's plus 420. Great number for the people. I mean, I don't see how this doesn't happen. No, I don't.
I have nothing but positive Chubb thoughts for sure. Yeah, just like to think about good positive
Chubb. No.
Yeah,
who's a negative Chubb? I'm just not a negative Chubb guy. You know,
somebody was saying that their O-line's banged up or whatever, but I mean, like, dude, everybody's O-line is banged up right now. Those are the only guys that hit each other every single play, dude. There's no guy in the NFL that's not feeling it right now. So they got stuff for that. They'll be fine.
This is I think a great litmus test on whether or not Chubb is not back and just not healthy / not as good as he was like for, I don't know, at least the first couple games. Because I mean, the first 2 weeks he played against run defenses that have played really well. Right. So like, you know, I don't really blame him there. Like, again, it was like Ravens, Chargers, you know, now off a bye, like fully rested, ready to go. Good matchup. Like, I mean, if he doesn't produce now, I think there's definitely some warning signs of like maybe he's just J.K. Dobbins, then, you know, like he's cooked. So we'll see.
Here's the beauty of
I'm
it.
comfortable with that, but it's possible.
Even if he is J.K. Dobbins, he could still get 80+ yards against the Saints. You know what I mean? Like Chuba Hubbard got 72 against them. I mean, I think he's pretty good, but also they use him in the pass game too. Whereas Chubb is just hand it to him and just watch him run over people.
See my Chubb notes. I had some of this in case because I was going to try to play that 55.5 before I blew up. Yeah, New Orleans has allowed the 4th most yards before contact per attempt. It's not great. And the 3rd lowest stuff rate. So like they're just letting you cook. Like, you know, Chubb's going to get downhill you know, more times than not here. So yeah, there's again, coin flip game in terms of the spread. So nothing should happen in terms of, you know, this game getting out of hand with the Saints absolutely flipping the script on this. And then, hey, if it did, Tillman's cooking. So we're fine. So either way, we're okay there. So yeah, I'm big Chubb guy since like I was, you know, 12, 13.
Yeah. Maybe even sooner. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe once in a while, but nothing I knew about. All right, next one for me. This is a little spicy. I'm like, oh, I saw it. I was on my list, and I looked at the number, and I was like, no, it's a little rich. And then the more I looked at it, I'm like, hey, this number's not big enough here. George Pickens, longest reception, over 26.5 yards against the Ravens here. Look, he's got at least 30. He's gone for at least 30 yards on a reception in all 4 of Russ's starts this season. He stopped the mark in 7 of 9 games. So even though this is like, hey, we look at longest reception, 21, 22, this is 26 and a half. It just doesn't matter when you're getting to 30 all the time. I got a bunch of 40s for this guy at his longest. Obviously, the Ravens have allowed the highest rate of explosive pass plays in the league. Pickens is one of the guys top 10 in air yards per attempt. He's also above average from like a yak standpoint too. So, there were plenty of times, and he did it last week. One of his longer receptions was just insane cutback after the catch. So it's not like he's just going to be catching it deep and falling down. Like he can make guys miss too. So Wilson, 17.6% deep ball rate, second highest in the league outside of Anthony Richardson now that he's back in action. So plenty of outs here, plenty of opportunities. Pickens, again, they're going to be in the mix. Pickens has to be striking deep here. So 26 and a half, absolutely love it, even though the number is big. So Slop, you seem to have some thoughts.
Yeah, that's all right. So I don't love doing this. I mean, dude, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it. Is Russell Wilson 2+ touchdown passes, and for a lot of those same reasons, it's like plus 110 or something. There's nothing crazy, but for one, he's done this in 2 of the last 3 weeks, so that's big. And 2, the Ravens just give it up in the pass game. I mean, you can't run on them, so you're going to have to throw it. I think they can move the ball just because of Pickens, explosive plays, stuff like that. So I'm saying I think I get one long one just from Pickens, if that makes sense. Yeah. So the idea that you're on Pickens, I was like, that was literally one of my selling points was, Pickens could get you a long one. Like they're not afraid to throw it to him deep down the field. They're just not. So, and the Ravens are so ripe for that. It's not even funny. So yeah, that's a move. That's actually something you could do instead of if you didn't want to do Russ. That's definitely something. We got numbers for like the alts.
Alts on his yards.
Longest reception.
Oh yeah, Caesars has it. Let's see what Caesar's the only one I think that does alt longest pretty routinely.
FanDuel just has the 20+, 30+.
Oh yeah. I mean, like 26 and a half, man, it's a little high. And just digging in, I'm like, it just doesn't seem to matter for this team or this player. Like it just seems to be kind of how he wins. Rewatching some of that Commanders game too. Sick cutback, and for a big dude, he's pretty spry. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, Caesars has 30+, a +116, 40+, +295, 50+, +625.
Those are fun.
Yeah, I mean 30+ has been happening all the time. Like I said, every game Russ has been in, he's had at least the 30+. So
there's a Chubb dude in the chat that just said like he has 2.6 on the. You see that guy? Like,
yeah, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Here you go.
That's why it's analysis like that, dude. That's why sports books exist. And this is like, I bet you this guy, they'll let him drop 10 grand on anything.
Yeah, we had another comment earlier that I thought was kind of funny. What about Will Dissly, Chargers? Dissly will get over 4 catches. Like he's just like switching all around all the letters and everything.
Yeah, very nice. That's actually funny.
I had Dissly on the list.
That's kind of clever. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
I like Dissly. I thought it was
the ignoring opponent and rushing just. It's so funny. That's like the one thing you have to factor in when you're talking about rushing yards is opponent. Like if you forget opponent, you're completely like, not that you don't have to do it with other markets, but that one in particular, opponent is paramount. You know what I mean? Like to anything. Like who are we running against? Because again, some teams, I could get you a couple yards. You know what I mean? Other teams, I'd die.
You seem like a fall forward guy.
Yeah, I try, bro, but it's not that easy. I'm getting old too.
We got some great comments here in the chat. Our negative Chubb thoughts, just flaccid thoughts. And then we got Pocket Full of Unders with a Spin Doctor song. And then we got
Good
some
one.
college football, random college football takes. Joe Everett saying Caden Anderson, Wyoming, 200 plus passing yards, plus 130 at DK tonight. This guy started like 2 games. He has 182 and 342 passing yards. And he said Colorado State has allowed 200 plus in 6 out of 9 games this year. Joe, I'm sold. I will be betting
Yeah,
it. Probably
I
not a
might
lot,
be in
but
on that,
at least a
Joe.
couple of dollars.
Nice
And
work.
then, yeah, I mean, it's a great look. I mean, but the reality, Bob P, any thoughts on SMU quarterback this week?
Over.
Yes. It's always Kevin Jennings week. And Steve mentioned that he did actually change his name from Kevin to Legend Jennings. So shout out Kevin Jennings and shout out Steve.
He should.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Daniel, that you lost on Chubb a couple weeks ago.
That's what I knew it had to be something, because like none of that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like no rational human being would be like, that's fine now. Like it's like, dude, someone needs to take that kid's money because the books are going to, like, with that. But there it is. I figured it had to be like, this guy like just doesn't get it. It's like, oh yeah, or he's just emotional, which is another. They don't bet when you're emotional. Just be not emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, or call the number.
Numbers there for a reason. And hey, it happens. Bets loose. I don't know which one. Chances are one of the 6 we just pushed out might lose.
Oh yeah. That's how sports betting works. That's why I always thought that like banning guys, getting guys on the banned list is so. By the end of the season, if you've bet enough, you have no one left to bet on. You know what I mean? That's the dumbest thing in the world. Is like, he's banned. I can't do it. It's like, well, bro, you're literally on a fast track to have no one left to bet on. Because you're gonna
probably go back. Right?
Yeah,
Martingale come back on the other side, because line might be a little softer because it fell short last week. Yeah.
Now you're thinking. You know what I mean?
Not just a pretty face.
That's called a brain. Man. That's a big brain right there.
It's exhausting. I promise you. All right, so time to get rich.
I think so.
Trying.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I want to win $1 million this week. That would be so fun.
Feels like it's kind of now or never. It's just like until next.
It's not.
Week,
It's not. We got like 10 more weeks. So the books haven't cooperated yet in terms of like getting all these guys out there. FanDuel and Caesars really like, because they allow us to do some of the uncorrelated stuff more aggressively. But there's a handful of these uncorrelated guys that I think are in a great spot. Like mentioned JMO, if we can get up to 3.5 receptions, I think it gets hot. I don't think he's playable at 2.5 with the volume. But I really think that, especially with TJ Hawkinson back, I think Jordan Addison is squarely in an every week situation where we need to be thinking about uncorrelated stuff for him, because I just don't think the volume's there. Routinely lined at 3.5 receptions with a large ADOT. All 5 of these guys that I have this week are in top 10 in air yards per target. So they kind of fit the mold of big play guys. So JMO, Addison, Roma Dunze, I think still can be in the mix. Deep shots, probably not a ton of volume. If you can get 3.5 receptions, go under, take over on the yards. Rashad Bateman, still involved. And every time they take shots at Bateman, it's deep. They're talking about like want to still use their guys a little bit. And I don't know how much that's going to impact Deontay Johnson, but I think Bateman's hitting some big damn winners down the field. Like 18.5 longest on Bateman, I think is pretty sexy too. But if we get some numbers on Bateman, I think he's in play. And go back to Alec Pierce, who cooked us last week. We had the Pierce win in pocket, and then he caught a late pass and he killed us. But Alec Pierce with Michael Porter Jr. back, with Anthony Richardson, who loves to push the ball down the field, Adonai Mitchell kind of taking a step forward. I don't think there's a lot of Pierce, but if he's involved, he's probably catching a deep ball. So those are kind of some looks I think are going to be interesting. Really don't have prices for him yet because the books aren't really on board with all of it yet in terms of having both the receptions and the alts available. But those guys are all top 10 in yak. Top 10 in air yards per attempt. And I think they're all pretty sexy. So I'm going to be sprinkling the board there with those uncorrelated this week.
Definitely drop those in the Discord for sure, or at least in our private chat, because I'm definitely going to need to rip some of those. Yeah,
they're fun. So, all right, so we're going to do Chubb, something Chubb wise here to get us started on the uncorrelated.
What do you want to do? Yeah, because I don't think the most of the uncorrelateds aren't out on FanDuel. Otherwise, we could rip some of those. But I don't think any of them are out actually right now. The ones that you mentioned. At least there's yards, but there's no receptions. So we could do Chubb like 80. Is that what you said, Slop?
Yeah, 80's plus 200. 100 is plus 6 something. I mean,
I'm never going to turn it down, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, 100 is plus 6 something.
Fine with it.
I'm seeing plus 420 on 100.
Oh, my bad. 420
plus 200.
That's
yeah,
what it was.
110 plus is plus 600. So
let's just go 100.
All right, get us started off. Nick Chubb 100. I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring for Jameson Williams. Don't need to go crazy, but like 70 yards seems pretty doable. So it's like 3-1. And we can go more. Honestly, I'm fine with whatever, but that's the first half line.
Where are you building? Are you on season?
I'm putting it on FanDuel.
Okay.
Ooh, FanDuel.
Yeah, we're switching it up this week. Just because Caesars had FanDuel had better odds on Nick Chubb, so I just started there. Had like 20 cents better, so may as well.
Dawson Knox catches a touchdown, 100%. No chance he doesn't.
All right. Anytime touchdown. Let's see.
I mean, you can do anytime. I'm thinking FanDuel has the best number because they normally do. No
3-1.
Anyone else? Yeah, it's 310 right now.
It's pretty good.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, if you're with it, 2+ is plus 3,500. I mean, it is. He's done this. Okay, before we joke, but before dude got there, the new kid, Kincaid.
Yeah.
He was kind of a touchdown guy.
He was.
Like he caught 9 one year and he caught 6 the next year. The year he caught 9, he went 2+ twice. So just saying, you know what I mean? He's done this before. All right. This is his first rodeo. The next year, I think he caught 2 in 1 game. So that's not great. But if there's any day when he would catch 2, it'd be this time. But we could just do 1 though, just because. I mean,
I would say let's bet 2 personally, and then put 1 in the.
It's kind of a wild price for 2, to be honest. Like
3,500.
It is.
I'll be honest with you. I'm making a touchdown millie, and he's going in.
Knox 3.
Yeah, it's not a lot. I mean, dude, you just need probably 2 or 3 guys to catch 2 touchdowns. You're probably at $1 million.
Yeah.
The only problem is it's 2 touchdowns.
It's true. It's true.
So
Singular events, they're tough. Yeah, I mean, I'm good with 1 for the parlay at 3-1. But yeah, at 35 is kind of bonkers. It feels. I mean, I usually don't ever think that touchdown props are priced well, but that seems pretty interesting.
That's fair. 2 is fair. Yeah. 1 is kind of crazy, but dude, it's a touchdown that has to hit. That has to. Yeah, dude, how does that not hit? Like, do a mental simulation in your head right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, let's do the math. There's only 11 guys on the field.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them are ineligible.
Five are ineligible at least.
Yeah, the guy.
1 is throwing the passes.
Yeah.
Right. And just all of a sudden you start to break down. You're like, well, I mean,
yeah, it's a 1 in 3 chance it's going to happen 10 times, so it's going to happen every time. That's the goal.
100%.
Math.
That's just math, dude.
Math. Yeah.
Sometimes this is too easy.
Gambling math.
Chat seems to be a pro Russ alts, which is
that's a choice.
So that would suck. I mean, all right. So winning $1 million would be awesome, but man, having to root for Russ to do it would suck, just because like it's Russ. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I feel better about Pickens stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a Russ guy, but I'll be honest with you, he has looked like not bad, dude. Like it's not been that bad. Like he's looked actually kind of good. He throws the perfect ball for Pickens too. Just that moon ball that just go high put. Like you have to have a dog at receiver to go get those. But like he obviously trusts them to do that because you've seen it multiple times now. So that's like a thing. That's not like it just happened once and we're not gonna see it again. Like they're gonna keep doing that. And against Baltimore, they're not running, dude. Like nobody runs on Baltimore. So that at some point the rubber's gonna hit the road and they're gonna have to throw the ball. And like I bet you they have success doing it.
I have rushing unders on my list. Waiting to see how the Najee, Jalen Warren stuff shakes out injury wise. But yeah, I don't know. What do you want to go, Russ or Pickens? I mean,
I don't hate either of it, to be honest. I mean, I think they're going to have to get outside of their comfort zone and be pass heavy in the second half.
100 yards for Pickens. What's that? It's got to be decent.
Well, his regular props at 70, so 100 is plus 240. Yeah, I know they didn't really give us any discount.
What's his 2 touchdowns? Kidding.
I was looking.
I'll look.
Let's see.
Let's see what it is.
Well, we know he's catching one, so then you're just all
He's
you're doing is
definitely
essentially
getting one.
pricing that next one.
Yeah, we just need the other one.
Yeah,
Russ 300 is plus 520. I mean, that's
good. I like that.
I think that's
that
probably a
ain't
better
bad.
angle. Yeah, you never know. Freiermuth could break one loose for like 30, 40.
Freiermuth is catching one.
Calvin Austin could house one.
Big Mike
might catch 2.
Oh yeah, they got Big Mike too. I forgot about that. Big Mike's definitely gonna play a bigger role. Well, not definitely, but he'll be out there. He'll probably catch a moon ball or 2. All right. So we're at 10 to win 4,800. We kind of got like a couple. We only have 4 legs right now, so we need like 4, probably 3 or 4 more. What do you guys think about one guy that I haven't played yet, but I think is interesting? Devin Achane saw like basically all the work last week, and now he gets the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders stink. Like his prop is only 60 yards. I know he's really hasn't been that good this year, to be honest, but like, I mean, he's got the juice. Like 80 yards is plus 200, 100 yards is plus 420. They're touchdown favorites against one of the worst teams in the league. And he saw like all the work. Except for Jalen Wright saw like 2-3 carries. And then Raheem Mostert didn't even get a single carry last week.
Yeah, I don't think he plays for them anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know.
He has a uniform and a locker and shit, but he don't play for him.
No, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, I had Jalen Wright on the list of things to look forward to because I thought that might be interesting. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate Achane. I mean, he's so involved in the receiving game too. That's the thing too. Like it's like a total yards play.
Yeah, I don't know if they have the all total yards on FanDuel.
I don't think so.
FanDuel just randomly posts stuff. You know what I mean? They just do whatever they want.
I like that about them though.
They're different.
I respect it.
All right. We'll just add it in. 100 yards, Achane. There's no rushing receiving. If you guys veto it, that's fine. We can do that too. But we can always take it out later if we find other stuff that we like.
Nah, I like it. It's not the guy I want to pull out. I wanted some Gibbs stuff, but I feel like we don't want to go too heavy with the Jammo. We already had Jammo in there too, but I
mean, spread the love.
Gibbs pops off, dude.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Smith and Jigba's catching at least 7 or 8 passes.
Oh yeah, what are his numbers? He's got a great matchup this week too.
I was gonna maybe pitch Gino 300 plus.
JSN's only 50 yards right now.
10 receptions is plus 880.
I don't hate it. I mean, DK.
We could go down, but 10 at 880, that's okay. Cool. We can go 7 or 6 easily.
I mean, I didn't balk at 10. 8 is plus 390 though. That's not bad.
390 for 8. That's not that crazy for him. I remember I made a vow, and I don't go back on my vows.
Yep,
most of them. Remember that though, Connor? It was a couple weeks ago. I was like, dude, I'm never doing yards again for him. He's receptions only. I'm a cured man, and it's receptions time. But if he's gonna catch 10 balls, it's this week. It's in a game just like this one. Probably this exact game.
Yeah, because we went Gino is like 325 plus is plus 550, whereas or 300 plus is plus 290, whereas JSN 8 plus is plus 390 as well. I mean, he's only done that. Well, he's done that twice this year. I mean, it's 7 last week against the Rams. It was obviously, just like a blow up game for him, or 2 weeks ago, I guess. But
he should have got tackled a few times in that Rams game, though. You know what I mean? It's like it kind of ruined. Like he had a million yards. It was like, dude, I don't think that happens this week. I think it's the exact opposite, where it'd be like just here's your 7 yards.
Well, that was without DK too, but
no DK. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think receptions are definitely the better look if we want to go on JSN instead. I mean,
is it raining? I know you guys aren't weather guys, but
weather's fake, dude. It's a liberal hoax.
Yeah, it's not real.
I mean, it's San Francisco. Not that it doesn't rain in San Francisco, but it's not like it's Seattle.
Yeah.
Yes. By the way, CMC, he does get Demondre Lenore in the slot. Lenore will be on the card this week. If we get Lenore at 5.5 tackles or whatever, we're going to be cooking with that. Maybe a solo tackle at like 4.5 and change of plus money. So yeah, we can do both.
There's a
Lenore
chance
is good
of
at
rain.
football though.
I mean, that chance of rain doesn't matter. 3 mile per hour winds.
No,
I think
we're good.
we fire it up.
Yeah, I'd say
right.
we can go 9.
We're we're at 10 to win 117K, so we're pretty close.
Just need one more probably.
Yeah, like one more good one, and I think we're there. Noonan, you got another one, or Slop, you got another one?
I'm gonna look for a touchdown.
All right, good.
Big touchdown guy.
What about Nico? I mean, we could do something for Monday. Do they have Nico? They don't have Nico yet.
Slop doesn't even know it's Monday yet. He's
Yeah,
even know
you're
Monday's
right.
coming.
Yeah, I don't even think about Monday. We don't even know we're getting there, dude.
Oh no, you know what we need to do?
Interviews, and we don't know if we're getting to Monday.
I got this. Gus Edwards, 60+ rushing yards.
Done.
It is Jover for J.K. Dobbins. Outproduced on 5 fewer carries by Gus Edwards last week. We've seen in the past guys from Achilles tears. They come in, they play okay for a little bit, and then they slowly get worse and worse and worse. J.K. Dobbins has been like one of the worst running backs in the leagues for like, I don't know, 5 of the last 6 weeks, basically. So now great match against the Bengals. Even if for some reason, again, like I think it's probably going to be 50-50 this week. But if Gus is crushing, they're just going to keep handing him the ball. Like 60+ is plus 400, 50+ is plus 250. His regular prop's like 29.5. So the obvious concern here is game script, right? Like if they get game script out, they're probably all toast. That's why I was talking with Noonan about this. I played Dobbins under 14.5 carries. So I think that's like a safer minus 110 play. But I think the alts, if like it's neutral game script or positive game script, I mean, Gus could see like 15 carries for like 80 yards. I mean, that's like, again, if you flip flop their usage from last week, Gus 15 carries, Dobbins 10, like that's not that crazy. And he probably ends up with way more against the Bengals. So I don't know. That was my Gus rant. I'm a big Gus truther, though.
Gus Bus. What's his 2 touchdowns?
That's a good question. That is a great question.
It's so good. I mean, it's not a bad look for him, to be honest.
See what I'm saying, guys? 2 touchdowns might be a real thing.
Gus anytime is plus 260 to score 2+ touchdowns is 24-1. 3+ touchdowns, 140-1. I mean, I'm betting all these. I mean, this is great.
What if Gus Bus goes off? And the Bengals' run defense has not been that bad.
Yeah.
That's my only issue.
Well, they were really bad for a while, and then now they're like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're not someone you avoid.
That's for sure.
Definitely not someone you avoid.
Gus Bus, dude.
Let's see here. So I think we need like one more then, I guess, other than that, because it looks like 10 to win 100 or 500K. I mean, there's like, let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 7 guys have already run for 60+ yards against him. Not bad. That'll do. All right. Yeah, we need one more and we can make it palatable here. It'll be like 8 legs total.
I'm a multi-touchdown bet. I mean, like I love Gibbs, but it feels like David Montgomery falls in the end zone twice in this game against the Jags.
Ooh.
That's not a bad look either. What's the number on that, though? You got to watch the prices on these. Yeah, 310 for 2.
Yeah.
310 for 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought we'd at least be getting like 8.
Man,
no
dude,
chance.
I've seen it all.
That's crazy.
I hate touchdowns just because of this. Because I'm not always paying attention.
FanDuel, that is just stingy, man. That is real stingy.
It's bad.
I like that until I heard the price. I mean, yeesh.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I wasn't looking at price. Just like, hey.
Yeah, no, I know.
Game states,
Ryan. That's what I was saying. She just said it. I was like, yeah, that sounds great. And I was like, wait a minute, we forgot there's such thing as price.
Yeah, that's bonkers.
Dude, Nick Chubb is plus 600 for 2.
Yeah,
I mean, sure, he's going to get it, but I'm just saying, like, you can't bet that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's definitely getting that.
Yeah.
Like, if they gave me 1,000 for that, I'd do it.
Why not?
Yeah, that's bonkers.
Yeah, so far, all I have is Knox and Edwards in the 2 touchdown parlay. A little side hustle.
Little
you got
side
going
hustle
on.
parlay.
Yeah. It's over on the side. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I mean,
Just right over there.
You throw it in a parlay, that's fine. Throw Monty in there, I think. 3-1. It's gonna boost up those odds a little bit.
It'll
You know what's
boost a little
happening.
bit.
It's like it's essentially throwing the Lions money line in there.
Yeah. It's just when I look at the ticket, it's like big ticket items, and then you got this little thing over here.
That's fair.
It feels like he's not pulling his weight. You know what I mean? Like with the payout.
It's fair.
It's Austin Knox and them. They're doing all the hard work, and this guy's coming in with plus 310.
Yeah.
Kind of a dirtbag move on his part.
All right. Well, our current parlay is $17 to win $1 million. I mean, we can just leave it at that. That's fine.
Hey, what about whoa? What about the Broncos running back? That kid's supposed to get more work, right?
Estime, yeah. His prop's like 60 yards. I know they did not.
Didn't they say hot hands? Like hot hands to me sounds like you're not necessarily the dude.
Yeah, there was like some comment today about it was like, yeah, I think we're just gonna keep feeding him. I guess I don't know. Like it was like Sean Payton. Who knows? Honestly, we could see whatever McLaughlin start next week, and I wouldn't even be surprised at this point. Like,
yeah,
it's completely outrageous.
And bring Orlando Scary back.
What about his 2 touchdowns?
Who? Estime or Estime 2 touchdowns? Let's see.
It's like plus 1,000.
Estime is plus 135 anytime. 2 touchdowns is 10 to 1 though. I mean, it's a little bit better.
Okay.
It's just robbery, man.
Maybe the Broncos score 2 touchdowns.
That's the biggest problem.
Offensive touchdowns, maybe 3.
I mean, I don't know. Who's the Panthers playing? Are they off?
They're off.
If you want 2 touchdowns, we can get you one.
Mixon 2 touchdowns. Monday night against the Cowboys.
Ooh,
that's probably
they
3-1
quit
as well.
Too.
Yeah, the Cowboys are
done. They've quit.
Totally.
Let's just see what it is, just for the vibes.
Yeah, what's Mixon?
To have this thing go until Monday night would be kind of special.
They don't even have touchdown props up on
FanDuel. They don't even have it yet because they know.
That's ridiculous. Tank Bigsby ruled out.
Oof.
Oh, I mean, this is tough. This is slim pickings here. I don't like anything on the Packers side. I don't like anything on the Bears side. Rams and Patriots game is going to be gross. Probably.
Yeah, it should be.
Drake May rushing, but we tried that last week, and the Bears didn't make him do anything. He kind of scrambled a little bit, but
he had a 19-yard rush. That's why I think longest is pretty hot for Drake May this week. He's been going over routinely having like a 1 splash run. The good thing about the Rams, though, they do get a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
So
who's playing the Rams?
Patriots.
Pats.
Talking about Drake May rushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kyron's props at like 100.
Yeah. The other one I like this week that I bet early in it before it moved was Demario Douglas was like plus 105 and like over 3.5 receptions. And now it opened up everywhere. And now it's like minus 125 everywhere. So.
Any interest in Brock Bowers?
Yeah, Bowers or Jacoby Myers, I think, are both interesting. Also, because you might have no or less than 100% Jalen Ramsey. And Ramsey's been playing a lot more slot corner for them this year. So it kind of feels like Bowers or Myers wins a little bit with a less than 100% Ramsey.
His line's only 54 and 56 for Bowers and Myers. Bowers, he's kind of slowed down a little bit, but the Chiefs like kind of focused on him a little bit, and then
how much for Bengals, 2 touchdowns?
Yeah. How much for 2 touchdowns? There you go. That's the question. Let's see here. We can't rely on Gardner Minshew to throw a pass. I mean, this is like
he threw 2 touchdowns against the Chiefs the other day. Slop already cited it for us.
Plus 260 for 1.
Oh.
2 is 26 to 1. It's kind of nice. Not gonna lie.
Firemouth will catch one this week.
You need a 2 touchdown tight end only parlay, Slop. That's what
I'm looking for one right now. I was looking for Disley. The only thing holding me, they hadn't caught a touchdown all year. Like he's kind of invisible down there. Yeah, no, he's due, but like the Gus Bus is getting that. But
yeah, you're right.
Firemouth, they got for like 1,000 plus 1,000, 10 to 1. I'm not interested in that. So I'm gonna keep going. I mean, it's Friday afternoon. Like we're good. I mean, I still got burger night. Usually after a burger, I feel better. I feel more like ready to gamble. So
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the touchdown parlay cooking. But there's already 2 that we know are in it because it's gotta be Dawson Knox. No chance he doesn't. And then Gus Bus. That just makes all the sense in the world.
Yep.
All the sense in the world.
It's Gus Bus season.
Mm-hmm. But we still need more.
need
The
one
Bengals
more.
rushing, like, I hate that they're not like horrible.
What do we think about, like, we could do Josh Allen rushing or Shakir or something like that? That's kind of good.
Shakir's catching a touchdown.
Shakir is. Oh, we already have Knox touchdown in here though.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. That'll help us though, correlation wise.
True.
I'm sure it would.
Like that will push us. That will be like $1 to get $1 million. Yeah. If you take Josh Allen under 2 touchdown passes right now, we're set.
Oh, I love it. What about Josh Allen rushing yards? This is kind of fun. Increase.
No, I like Josh Allen rushing stuff too.
Oh shit!
All right, 50 yards, 60 yards, plus 280. I mean, that's a lot of rushing yards, but he could.
It is.
Josh Allen throws for 2 and runs for 2.
Why not, dude? He's done it before. Probably.
Has he?
I imagine he has. I bet he has.
I said probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has. I don't know how we get there. I'm looking at the board, guys. I'm trying. Like
I got nothing. I have nothing left. Do you have anything left? I don't want to bet $17 on $1 million parlay.
No, I do not either. I think that's irresponsible. The whole point of a milli parlay is that it was a very insignificant amount of money.
Yeah,
that's
$17 is a lunch in this economy.
I think Josh Allen is live for like at least one. Like what do we got for his touchdown score?
Plus 135.
135. What's that do to it? Just the fight, because we do have the Knox thing in there.
Yeah, I can. Let's hear it.
And that's not crazy to think he runs one in. Like we're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it puts it over $1 million at like $7, $6.
Yeah, I mean that's. Can't even get a pack of cigarettes with that. If you smoke.
Yeah, if you're into that.
I don't smoke, so but still, I can't. If
we get big tobacco sponsors, is that our next move? Can we get like?
Yeah,
we gotta get. I heard they're having trouble. I mean, they gotta get more kids smoking because like all their people are dying off and they're not getting replaced.
They're using vapes now. They're vaping.
Yeah, they're vaping. The whole game's changed. Yeah.
And what are the dips?
Zins, dude.
Zins. Everyone's Zin.
One of them was called Rogues. You ever heard of Rogues?
No, it's not.
See what I'm saying? It's another one. It's just more. The market's been flooded with all kinds of tobacco products for the children that they like better.
It's good.
Just straight up
Get
cigarette.
the kids going early,
Mm-hmm.
We used to start them early. It was acceptable to hand out candy cigarettes during Halloween. You real good ones would actually smoke a little bit, where you're like, oh shit. And now it's like they call it candy sticks.
I had a Joe Camel shirt when I was in like 2nd grade.
Oh yeah,
that's sick.
Friends stacking up Marlboro points. Go camping. It's a Marlboro tent and a Marlboro cooler.
He was playing pool with his other Camel friends, and he was smoking, and that was the shirt. And it was awesome shirt. I wish I still had it. It wouldn't fit me anymore, but I would still keep it.
I love it. So we ended up with what did we add there? We added some Josh Allen rushing.
Yeah, Josh Allen rushing touchdown. We're at $7 to win like 971. So I'd say we just rip it. Why not?
Yeah,
feels like a rip.
All right, it's in.
Love it.
Why not us?
All right, everyone, get in on it.
Out so I can retweet it.
All right, of course. I'll tweet it. I'll tweet it out. I'll send it with the slip too, because FanDuel allows the slip sharing, so everyone can get it in. You know what I mean? That's like, I have a couple of friends hit me up after the show. They're like, share the slip, and usually it's like Caesars, and it's like, well, sorry, buddy, you're just gonna have to enter this in by hand. Like this is, Caesars is in the Stone Age.
It happens. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I kind of like making the people work for it because they're gonna feel better about it. You know what I mean? Like when they win, they're gonna feel like they actually worked for something. I don't know. It's gonna be the same amount of money. But,
so old school,
But yeah, you'll just feel like, yeah, man, like look what I just did.
You know how hard I worked for this in my day?
It's kind of, you ever mow your yard and just kind of look at it afterwards? Man, look at that, dude. It's the same kind of feeling, except no yard work.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Underrated
Whose
day by the
phone
chat.
Is that TikTok?
That's me.
That's your. Is that your? Do you have TikTok?
I don't. I mean, I do. It's a house account, but that's not TikTok.
Okay.
I think it's just injury messages. It's our fantasy life.
It sounds like the TikTok thing. I'm like, God damn, like that is like you are killing it on TikTok, dude.
we haven't posted TikToks in quite a while. Yeah,
dancing on there. Like, what are you
Bleacher
doing?
Nation injury updates for us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like hearing the sound because I was like, I always wanted to be a famous TikToker, and I'm just it's not happening.
Yeah.
I haven't found my niche yet. I'm getting there though. I'll work on it.
As I say, underrated day for the chat. Some good stuff in there. You guys came ready to go. Daniel, this is a great question. Share is an interesting word. I know that we share bong rips.
Do people share bong rips? Isn't that
is that like mouth to mouth after I pulled it? Like,
it seems gay. Not that like there's anything wrong with that, but like I think you got to be gay to do it. Is what I'm saying. And I'm pretty sure like I don't think we would be doing that if we were hanging out together. You know,
I don't either. I don't.
It seems like something that like other people do.
It's true. I mean, we pass it and share it.
Again, not that anything wrong with that. Like I'm just saying, it's just not something that me and my friends do.
Yeah,
ever
1,000%. One time back in college.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't make you gay.
Like the Colts kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patrick's got us covered here in the chat too. So, all right, guys. I appreciate everyone hanging out with us again. Rebet. Download the app. Promo code HighSlop. Free month of 4 for 4. Free month of Slops Dub Club. Take advantage of that. Check out ProfitX if you're betting sides of totals. That stuff is awesome too. Just go ahead and post bets. You want something, throw it out there. Wait for someone out to scoop the other side. Losers pay winners. Wouldn't want it any other way. Subscribe before you take off. That way you don't miss a show. Come back on Wednesday next week for our game previews. And again, Friday for Prop Drop, as always. 4 for 4 bets on the YouTube channel. Move the line wherever you listen to podcasts. Appreciate you guys as always. For Connor, Slop, and Ryan. We'll see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.